Welcome to 𝐂𝐓𝐇𝐄𝐑𝐄𝐔. We talk about investing, finance, and professional development. As the current time of 9:52 a.m. on Eastern Time, Ethereum contract at $997, down about 8% so far. Respect to overall crypto market on this Saturday morning on the East Coast. The overall crypto market is having a meltdown. It seems like the sell-off is intensifying, obviously driven by the aggression from the interest rate hikes from the U.S. Feds that we have seen, from the confirmatory signal from Jerome Powell on this past Wednesday, raising the interest rate to 75 basis points. So as people digest this signal, at the same time, with respect to a lot of just corporate adjustments among a lot of tech companies, especially like Tesla shaving their workforce by 10 to 12%. We have heard from Coinbase shaving their workforce by 20%. Now you're hearing other companies like Roblox, Revlon, and some other e-commerce company on the verge of financial solvency, even, which obviously doesn't convey a lot of confidence, doesn't it? Right. At the same time, with respect to the consumer purchasing price, with respect to a lot of just commodity price, food prices, gas prices, all rising. But at the same time, corporate companies have to be, extremely stringent on obviously, keeping their costs low to ride out this wave. So everything is relatively squeezed tight at the moment. So with things being very tight, is almost like we have to be extremely frugal. At the same time, high fear due to media stir. At the same time, with respect to crypto being more of a still a nascent technology, despite the corporate adoptions that we've been seeing so far. As people have love the aspiration, love the long-term value proposition of cryptocurrencies and decentralization, that they have to sustain their survival mode by unfortunately and obviously reluctantly sell their crypto to obviously to fight their internal personal inflationary pressure, so they can keep the roof over their head and obviously afford just to buy food and not go always net negative all the time with respect to their earning power that they were historically doing, right? So we're like in this really tight ship at the moment. Despite the FOMC confirmatory signal from Jerome Powell was not terrible, but it was not positive, right? But at least we have some guidance, right? That the 75 basis point is an aggressive one because we did that in basically in a span of couple months. But with respect to the next one on the July FOMC meeting, the 50 basis point will be likely, and a repeating 75 basis point will be unlikely, and he has said that already. So contingent on us seeing the the efficacy of the 75 basis point, and you see some sort of a improvement in our next CPI report and PPI report, and obviously with respect to inflationary pressure, we keep the needle down to a good mitigated mark. We should technically see some sort of a recovery in a way. Overall, we're still in a downtrend, so that's something we have to think about. And you could see that clearly with respect to the red line that we draw so far, we're really following through right now, right? You could see that as of today, we broke below 1,000 with $2 below it right now, and this is very expected because 1,000 was basically a critical mark that we had to hold on to. But the real level is obviously 1,150. If you break that, next level is 1,050. Next level is 1,000. So now we are at 1,000. But that means we are gonna see some more pain coming because we are in a levitation mode again, right? We don't have any support, right? As people are giving up on this on the crypto asset class altogether to basically fight inflation toward just to try to survive collectively. So let's just dive into technical analysis to see what's going on. This weekend has intensified due to just, the international side of the house get picked up, driving the story that we're seeing right now. So as a recording time of approximately 10 a.m. on the Eastern time, we are in between levels right now. 750, 775 is the next one, right? Right now we have tested at one point 950, which is, as our technical analysis have, kind of predicted that if we break the previous level, 950 would be coming, and unfortunately we did get there, despite how oversold we are already. Right now we have a reverse W shape at a very submerged level at 19.70 at the moment right now. In terms of inertia, we still try to find a landing path, which we don't have at the moment. So it's quite worrisome, I would say. That 750 seems very, very imminent based on the current setup right now. Something we have known collectively is that once you're levitating, it's just basically holding on by a thread. And as you see, we're in a downtrend with the negative inertia. Selling down more can be a possibility as Monday, begins, and if the international side of the house and global inflation, intensify at the same time. Respect to Bitcoin, down about 6.19% so far, and $19,000 right now. You can see clearly we broke down to 18,500. Wow, these technical analysis are really sharp, isn't it? You can see that we levitated around the 22,500, and as the next level down will be somewhere around like 20,000, which will linger for a little bit. But as the day durates, obviously intensification going down to 18,500. Now we kind of rebounded back up a little bit at 1900, but 19,000. Sorry, but is it sustainable? Right now we still need to find a landing path, which we don't. Ethereum Classic is that about 6% so far at 13,500. Right now, at the 29.7 at the moment on the RSI scale, so relatively oversold, but we have a reverse W shape. Trying to find a landing path at the moment. So, ideally recuperating back up to somewhere around 16 will be the next level up, like officially. But if we go down further, it's all the flat numbers, right? Like 1350, 13, which we did last night, kind of. 1250 respectively. Dogecoin down about 5% so far at 5 cents. 5 cents, 5, and then 4 cents respectively, like the flat numbers like we talked about. Cardano down about 5% as well. 46, basically 45 if you round up. 40, 35 respectively. Solana down about 4% at $30 at the moment. Right now we are in between levels, 33 versus 25. At the moment right now, try to find some level to come back up. But you can see that inertia is stale, right? It's really flat on the MACD. It's quite negative on the RSI as well. So, and at the same time, again, right, we're levitating between levels 33 versus 26, and it's a flat number. So likelihood of actually coming back down to 25 is more likely. XRP down about 4% so far, at 30 cents at the moment. So coming down to the next level, I would say is similar to basically Solana, coming down to like all the flat numbers, right? We are basically on the flat number right now. So the next level is 25, 20 respectively. And then for Polkadot's down about 6% so far, flat numbers, right? So with 7, 6.5, 6, 5.5 respectively. Still negative across the board. Agrand's down about 1% so far. It's like trading on the same level, 30 cents as well, right? So 25, 20 respectively. Shiba Inu is at 794 right now, so 800 if you round it up. So 800, 750, which is the next level we tested before, 700 respectively. MACTAC about 8.5% so far. 35 right now. You can see that we're recuperating down right now. Let's try to recuperate back up. Right now it's like basically on a flat number, 35, 30, 25 respectively. AVAX down about 5% so far. At $15 at the moment. So next level is 14.50, $14 from there. And Luna, I don't need to talk about this, but yeah, it's crazy flat. Anyways, um, so yeah, so it seems like the technical has unfortunately come into our realization, and for those that are holding on, continue to hold on. Right, if you have cash, dollar cost average, um, it's definitely a lot of emotions in play right now, obviously because of the inflationary pressure intensifying, driving a lot of liquidation, because of always the leverage ratio that we're also seeing right now. A lot of people are using crypto to be buying, I mean not using debt to be buying crypto. And also there are some rumor being said that the company Coinbase might be on the verge of bankruptcy, and as go bankrupt, there's a possibility that all your holding in your Coinbase account will not be able to, you might not be able to get it back, right? And this is like inside news, by the way, that I heard from a colleague, because they fired more people yesterday, but that's not on the news yet. So it's quite worrisome. But let's hope that they are trading at a relatively low multiple. Let's just hope that the management team will be able to go through and ride this out. But yeah, so hopefully this is helpful. Really appreciate you. But yeah, these like cryptocurrencies exchange platforms on the verge of bankruptcy, it's definitely a real matter, and definitely freaks a lot of people out, because there are a lot of people holding their hard-earned cash and hard-earned crypto investments into these platforms. So appreciate you. Have a good rest of the Saturday, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.